Sorry for the TPK. Let's go.
Come on in, join the show, take a seat, grab a hoe, kick your feet up on the desk, man, cause we about to roll, play some D&D, baby.
We ain't nothing but mammals, and yes, we do it like they do on the Discovery Channel.
We got people wild shaping, barbarians raging, goop trying to gobble cause goblins are fucking cannibals. This is Dungeons and Dragons with lots of drunken asses, so send your kids to their room, break out the secret stashes.
Hey, kids.
No discussion about what's fair and right, this is us living life by a paradise. So, step on down to our lair of mice, face stepping right through your screen into paradise. Yo! This is paradise. Nothing's off limits in our paradise.
It's a fucking D&D.
This is paradise. Nothing's off limits in our paradise.
Going as far as you can see.
This is paradise. Nothing's off limits in our paradise.
Fucking all the succubees.
This is paradise.
Heretic, I think you meant succubi.
I knew what the fuck I meant. Roll for initiative.
Last time on Pairodice, when we last left our heroes, they managed to track down the twins inside of the casino. After a vicious fight, Kipper and Velda severed the head of one of the twins and attempted to attack the other. But before that could happen, the party got into an internal debate before being surrounded by Goliaths. Will they get out this time on Pairodice?
You're currently surrounded in the basement of the casino. As we begin this story with our heroes, we'll first lead off with Guy. You are currently locked in a cell. Zendros is sitting in a chair in the bars opposite of you, and you wake up. Good morning, sleepyhead.
Guy kind of like wakes up and starts because he was having some nightmares. He was having some pretty hard nightmares. They almost seem prophetic, but he's not sure what those dreams meant.
Did I startle you, honey?
Guy kind of like looks over, rubs his jaw a little bit, and doesn't say anything.
Listen, you chose to say something that offended me, and I apologize for the actions that I had to take. I shouldn't have done that.
I am not so sure that this squares away our debt. Before we had entered this agreement as mutual parties looking for a goal together. But now, you owe me something.
What is that?
I do not know yet.
Well, I'm afraid Zendros does not owe debts to anyone, but I'm sure I can do you a favor in one way or another, because I do know your purpose, and I respect it.
Guy kind of like looks up at that, like he's kind of like piercing gaze. Okay, actually, you know what? What purpose do you speak of?
You're here for a reason.
Aren't we all?
Yeah. I know you have a strong relationship with Hope. She speaks very fondly of you, but I see the looks Angel gives you.
The petty squabbles of the heart are beneath us at this moment. I will keep my life to myself, and you shall keep yours to yourself. This is strictly business.
You have to stop being so demanding, Guy. Your words won't serve your purpose. Only your weapon and your mission.
Weapon? He kind of like quirks an eyebrow, because as she can see, he's not carrying a weapon.
And she smiles at you as she stands up out of her chair. We go back to the rest of the group. You guys are partly surrounded with Goliaths, and these Goliaths have seemed to have grown tentacles out of their mouths. And you hear Ember, "Give me their heads."
Oh, son of a bitch. You see Kipper take both his hands, push them, he thrusts them forward, and you see a bunch of skeletal hands go up to grab the three people in front of Ember. So, Kara, Ember, and Lavender, make a wisdom save. I'm casting Hold Person.
All right. They're all held. They're all held in place as you see them kind of paralyzed in fear.
Right.
They don't move.
All right, Kipper.
Their arms down by their side, standing at attention, staring at you.
We're talking about Ember, Lavender, and Kara, right?
All three of them, yes.
Cool. Kipper takes out two of his daggers. He yells over to Gustav, "Gustav, put up the flame wall. Velda, let's deal with this." And he rushes over. He takes two daggers and he starts swinging at Ember to try to kill her.
All right, as you start swinging at Ember, she disintegrates into water, and you see this puddle of water just start to move across the floor over towards the Goliaths, and she reforms directly behind them. Gustav puts up this huge wall of flame blocking off your view of the Goliaths, and you just see this drain uncovered where your good friend Angel had descended into very recently.
I'd imagine that Kipper like just completely whipped it as she fell down into water. Oh shit! He breaks the spell on Lavender and Kara, and he runs over to the drain. He turns around to the team. Follow me or die, I guess. And he hops into the drain. Is the drain filled with water or no?
No, it's completely empty. All the water has finally escaped the room down through this drain. So right where this drain is, all you see is the metal piping going down. You look down and you can't really see far down. It just gets pretty dark.
Okay, can I is there something that I can see that I can slide down or carefully?
Yeah, it's at an angle, so it looks like you could slide down it.
All right, Kipper with daggers in hand starts to slide down.
All right, Lavender, do you do the same?
Lavender is thoroughly confused. Her eye twitches. She goes, Kipper, shit, and she'll follow after him.
All right, as the two that were once held before, as everybody that was held by held person before breaks free of it, the entire party jumps down into this deep, this drain into the deeps of God knows wherever. And we go back over
before you get too far.
Guy.
Before you get too far, Kipper want to tell Lucille to grab the head of the first twin. Grab the head of the first twin and bring it with us.
Yes, as Lucille grabs the head and flies over the drain and just drops it in and then dives in after it.
Kipper grabs it.
Yes, as you grab it. And so we head back over to Guy. You see Zindros stand up and kind of stop for a moment. She looks at you and she says, "It seems our conversation here is done. Your friends are in need of you."
Then I shall go to them. The guy kind of stands up. Where are they?
I'm not sure.
Well, what can you tell me?
I don't think I have to tell you.
Oh, for Pete's sake.
I don't even have to let you out.
Okay, what kind of this just has a standard padlock in it?
She looks at you. She starts to walk away towards the door. She says, "There's another that will handle it for me. See you soon, God Killer." As you feel your body start to just turn into water piece by piece, and you just feel yourself sinking into like a puddle in the ground. And we'll go back to the rest of the group.
Oh God, global warming is real.
As you guys slide down this seemingly never-ending pipe. Let me rephrase that. As you plummet down this eternally reaching pipe.
Yes, please.
Yes, please. You gaze upon your feet to see nothing but the deep darkness of what feels like hell below. You feel as if your soon-to-be carcass is about to separate from your soul just by the mere speed of your trajectory down this pipe. The pressure changes, contort your eyes and ear cavities as you reach into this darkness. You suddenly feel weightless, unable to breathe, and cold. You cast your eyes around, begging to see anything. When the light finally enters into your dilated cornea, you realize the situation is far worse than you ever imagined. You're locked away, deep beneath the ocean waves, trapped in a cage. The cage is formed out of some sort of black metal, melded together with bars vertically and horizontally. There seems to be only enough space between them to slip through a single hand. The cage seems to be ominously mounted to the bottom of a large floating underwater temple. As you hold your breath, the water in this small shark cage separates for a moment. The waterless void forms to the shape of a one-armed humanoid. Within seconds, the void fills with the body of Guy. You see sharks, hammerheads, and large fish-like creatures in the darkness of the water. Most of you can't speak. What do you do?
So we're all inside of a cage right now?
Yeah, you're inside of a cage underwater that's kind of mounted beneath this huge temple, deep in the sea. You can't even see the light coming in from above you. You're so deep at this point.
Can we each roll a perception to see what we see as far as weak points of the cage go?
Yeah.
I guess this cage 2 for perception, by the way.
Oh, I'm sorry. What's happening?
All right, so Kipper rolled a 22. Guy rolled a 10 for perception.
Did you, Lavender, you missed that whole intro?
Sorry, my family was calling me down for birthday dinner, I guess.
Oh.
Run a cage. We're in a cage like a rat.
Yeah, you guys are in a cage underwater.
Oh boy.
How big is this cage, by the way?
It's pretty small. You imagine a shark cage. If there were more of you, it would be pretty tight. But considering there's only 3 of you, it's enough room to kind of wiggle around in. Kipper, you notice a latch at the top of this cage, sort of like a latch that opens a hatch into the temple above. As you are completely surrounded and underwater, I'm going to set a timer before you start drowning.
Kipper won't drown, but the rest of you guys might.
You guys have 5 minutes.
All right. So is there a way to get off the cage that we see? You said it's a latch? No.
There's a latch at the very top of the cage that leads into there.
Right.
Only Kipper sees that so far. Well, actually, probably Lavender sees it probably too, right? With an 18.
18.
Yeah, Lavender sees it too. Yeah.
Kipper points up at the latch and puts his hand on that latch and making eye contact with the rest of the team.
As you're, Kipper, you're having no problems right now breathing, but you can see the other 2 kind of off-put and holding their breath.
Okay, guy's gonna look over at Kipper and he's gonna pantomime breathing and he's gonna point at Kipper to see if he can breathe underwater.
To see if I can breathe?
Yeah.
Is that what you said?
Yeah, he's just trying to figure out if Kipper can breathe underwater.
Kipper shakes his head yes.
That's
Kipper pulls the latch.
All right, so guy's gonna quickly swim up to Kipper. He's gonna look him square in the eyes, and he's gonna lay a fat one right on him and just try and suck some air out of him.
Oh my.
As you try to suck the air out of him, it seems there's no air to be sucked.
Okay, guy kind of shrugs.
Lavender makes
and
it
guy's gonna try and punch the lock. Disadvantage?
As you punch the lock, it seems to not budge. No roll needed.
Kipper is very confused by your advances, and he pulls the switch that I have my hand on.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
All right. So what happens after I pull the switch?
It's a lock.
So yeah, there's the hatch does not open. It feels like it's jammed, like it's stuck, like there's something holding it. You can't manage to get it open.
Kipper touches Lavender and polymorphs her into a huge crocodile. Are you going to resist it, or are you going to let this happen?
At this current moment, Lavender's going to resist.
All of you guys are cutting out for me, so I think there's something wrong with my thing. I'm going to disappear for a moment.
Oh, it is.
All right, so for some reason, when I tried to open this on the Discord app, it wouldn't let me do it. So I had to come back to the browser. But I can hear you guys better, so hopefully that works.
Awesome. So I'll start the timer back. Let me explain where we left off then, I guess.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Oh, do you remember, what did you hear? What was the last thing you remember?
I transferred Lavender into a huge crocodile, and then I couldn't hear Lavender's response.
Lavender, were you trying to resist at all?
Her response is.
Did you?
Does that mean you tried not to, or you were just accepting it?
Yeah.
You accepted it, or you tried roll for it if you tried not to.
To resist it as a wisdom save.
Yeah. So as
okay, cool.
As Kipper touches Lavender and tries to polymorph her into an alligator, her wisdom, and out of her wisdom, she just kind of brushes it off.
Come on, hurry up the descriptions, man. We're on a timer here. Let's go.
And steps away. As the water begins to turn black and inky, obscuring your vision as you feel the cage begin to shake. Small tentacles creep through the small holes in the cage. They attempt to grab and pull you all tight. Roll deck saves, everybody.
Right. If Kipper gets free, I'm just gonna start wailing on that. I'm gonna start wailing on that switch. 20, baby.
All right. As the tentacles reach through, Guy, one of them grabs you and pulls you towards the wall of the cage, and you're gonna take 4 bludgeoning damage as it's holding you there. You can make a strength save at any point to break free if you'd like to, real quick.
I'm going to try and make that save. 26.
Oh, yeah. You totally break free.
All right, guy's going to use that momentum of his break free, and he's gonna Superman punch with his like missing arm straight up, like he's kicking out the side, and he's going to try and use that strength to try and punch through this lock. But as he's like torpedoing off the wall towards that, you see like this blade extend from his missing stump of an arm, and he's gonna try and swordfish his way to freedom.
Yes, and as that happens, the sword pierces through but doesn't. It just kind of gets stuck in the hatch.
Hey, Kipper sees this. He puts both his hands basically hovering above the lock and casts frostbite. I want to try to freeze the lock. so we can break it.
You do that, and as the water surrounding the direction that you point your hands starts to freeze, as it gets to this hatch, it stops freezing anything. You feel like there's something magical to this hatch, something shrouding it in magic, you would say.
Okay.
As you're struggling at this point, not you, but Guy and Lavender are struggling at this point. So continue to hold your breath as the tentacles are still reaching in, trying to grab you.
Okay, well, I'm going to try and keep striking at it, just try and widen the hole. If it's not going through, he's going to try and just like cut it open.
Kipper would like to look around the cage. Is there an area? Are we held up by like a chain or what is it?
No, it looks like it's mounted directly to the bottom of this.
Bro, we're running out of time, man. We can't ask questions.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
descriptions take too long.
Okay. Kipper's going to help you wail at it, I guess.
You guys
What's that,
are
a
wailing
strength
at
check?
yeah, make a strength check. Lavender, is there anything you would like to do?
I'm not quite sure what she would do, but she would try to help break the lock open.
You feel like this thing is shrouded in some sort of magic.
I took it even though you told me not to take it.
I told you
Guys,
to take it.
after Kipper like is trying to help him pry it open but failing miserably with a 10 roll, guy's gonna look at him and he's gonna mouth something in like it's like and now you're gonna have to make a wisdom save there, Kipper.
All right, wisdom save. I'm trying to connect through Discord, but it ain't letting me, so cause I keep losing you guys.
Oh, good. So as they're struggling to get this open, Lavender,
5.
Fantastic. So can I take advantage on this next roll?
you totally can.
Okay. You notice like a weird like shadow kind of goes off of you and like covers you. Like it's weird. It's almost like a guy was just throwing shade on you about your abilities. And then guy's gonna show you how a real man uses strength.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, so
21.
Okay, what were you saying, Lavender?
so she's gonna
We're about
have
to
to use her
drown.
voice. She's gonna have to use her voice for this,
Uh-huh.
but she's going to cast Dispel Magic.
As you try to break this open, Guy, you hear Lavender trying to shout something at the top of her lungs, and you just see bubbles, and she starts to inhale water as you push with all your might through this hatch, and it opens.
Okay, guy is going to immediately lash out with his chains to try and wrap around Lavender. Like this guy's one arm stuck in the door. He's gonna try and lash out with the chain to try and like grapple her to him. You know, just like bind her in chains a little bit.
Yeah.
What do you want me to roll?
Oh, nothing. That's the given. That's the given. With that strength roll, you're boss right now.
Sweet. And yeah, so the hatch is like swings open. Is there air up there, or is it what happens?
Yeah. As soon as you open it, you and Kipper pull yourself up, and you pull Lavender up out of the water and through the hatch. You find yourselves in a large, dark hallway inside this temple. The musky breeze chills you to your core. The floor is covered in like a slimy substance and about a foot of water. You feel something brush up against your ankles and kind of splash away in the distance, but you couldn't really see what it was. It's dark light in here.
All right, guy's gonna slam that grate closed.
All right, you slam it shut. As you see as you go to slam it shut, you see this creature just withdrawing its tentacles from the cage and swimming away.
Okay. From our air pocket, what do I see?
You are inside of a hallway right now, and it's really dark. You can't really see anything besides you can tell that there's something at your feet, something slimy. You felt something kind of swim by you in this 1 foot of water at your ankles, but that's all you can really see at this point.
Even with my dark vision, can I tell if there's a space in front of me?
Oh, okay. You have dark vision. You see behind you there seems to be like a bas relief in the wall. It resembles a giant octopus with tentacles spread and an even darker darkness in its mouth. It looks to be the mouth is open with this darkness about 3 feet in diameter. Ahead of you to the right is a door. The door looks to be decorated with carvings of a godlike being throwing a lightning bolt.
Okay. That octopus sounds significant. Do I recognize it at all?
Roll a history check.
Lavender, that was very brave of you.
10.
Yeah, you recognize it to be Cthulhu.
Wait, the
Okay, that
fucking
bodes
oh
well.
shit, fuck.
bodes well.
And you notice, and you know, roll an Arcana check as well.
Okay, cool. Team, baby.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So with that, you notice that this black hole seems to be in the mouth some sort of a passageway.
What are you doing here? And where is everyone else?
Everybody else is beside each other.
Sure. Yeah, because we don't see it. The rest of the party is not here. It's just us, right?
Oh no, everybody's there right now. Yeah, they're just silent. They're just not saying anything. Just you three. You three are leading the charge on this one.
Oh, okay.
Well, we were here because we were on a little mission for Zendros, and things didn't quite go as planned. I guess it did. We got this thing up the head of what's Ember's sister name again? I forgot.
Angelica.
Okay,
See, I kind of smile a little bit.
Her name was Angelica, and you killed her.
That is no great loss.
Killed her for no goddamn reason.
Wait, was she the nice one or the other one?
She was the nice one.
To shreds, you say?
She was the other one.
Angelica was the nice one, right?
She was the other one.
Oh, she was not the nice one.
Oh, she was the kind of asshole-ish one.
Yeah. And
Oh,
Guy,
nice. Perfect.
Guy, you also noticed that you counted the numbers of heads in the room, and there's one person missing.
Well, if I counted the heads, then we're right where we should be. But he counts again, not counting heads. He counts hands this time. And he looks over at Kipper. Kipper, where is Angel?
She didn't make it. We were outnumbered. Ended up in some horrible situation. We beat the twins and suddenly they surrounded us. It was an ambush. Hopefully we can get some information out of this corpse here.
You're talking about information. We could have had information back then. If you didn't fly off the handle and kill those poor people.
I just don't get this party. I don't know if you realize this, but we're going after Charity, or Leviatar, a god, a living, breathing god. This isn't like a weekend goblin hunt at Baldur's Gate. This is us contesting against fate itself.
Guy doesn't even look surprised at this.
We have to take advantage of every opportunity we get. We lost the right to show mercy. You may have forgotten this, Lavender, but y'all lost 4 people over the course of 24 hours. Ram, Goop, Adave, and now...
Even so, Kipper, we had a chance. We had the chance to make it worthwhile. They had the information that woman would have given us. You and your companion. You murdered her. For what reason?
They killed Angel. They don't deserve mercy.
Gustav just lights up his pipe and starts smoking.
I do not believe that Angel is dead. She will rejoin us soon, I'm certain. But for now, we need to continue on. There is no time for us to dally and linger over what could have been or should have been. There is only path, and that is forward.
See Kipper get visibly upset at the prospect of Angel being dead. He looks over at Guy and says, no, she died. I've seen her with my own eyes. She got soaked down here.
You saw her expire?
She got sucked down into that hole.
Well, so did you.
Yeah, but even so, where is she, God? Where is she?
She can't breathe underwater like I can.
There will be a time where I will go find her.
We can't play it too safe. This person that we spared, that these two saved,
Points at Lavender and Kara.
she now knows that we're down here. It's a good chance she's telling Charity where we're at as we speak.
Well,
As I
we
said
went
before,
down here.
there's only one path, and that is forward. So shall we go on?
Let's move forward.
It's your choice. Which way forward? Do you want to go through Cthulhu's mouth, or do you want to go through the door with the god and the lightning bolt?
God and lightning bolt, all the way.
I vote for not Cthulhu's mouth.
The eyes have it. Lavender?
I guess the guy with the lightning bolt then.
It's unanimous. Guy's gonna limber up his chain, and he's gonna go check out that door.
As you check out that door, make a perception check.
Thank you.
As you're examining the fine work of art on this door, and in this darkness you can barely see. So that is going to be with disadvantage.
Guy does have dark vision, but I don't think a 9's gonna do it anyway. So we'll just stick with 9. Does that work?
Yeah. Seems to be something magical, kind of tethered to this door. You're not sure exactly what it is. If you would like to, you see me see how to phrase this. You see like a rune of a lightning bolt as well, where the handle of the door would be. Roll a intelligence check.
It's a 14.
You immediately recognize this rune as some sort of weird component that somebody put in this door. You know that if you turn it, it should disable the trap.
Guy's going to be relaying all this information to everyone as we go along. Does anybody else want to look at this also? Because Guy's kind of like talking out loud as he's discovering this stuff. I see some sort of trap, it appears.
Wait till where the trap is leading?
No, it just looks like there's some sort of trap attached to the door that probably would have shocked you when you open it.
So the trap doesn't look like it's connected to the Cthulhu void, right?
No, it just looks like a magical lightning trap, for lack of better words.
Objections here. Maybe just turn it off.
That is my thought. The guy's going to attempt to disable the trap with the rune that he can turn.
Okay. Yeah, you turn it and open the door, and as you look through this doorway, all you can immediately sense is the vomit-inducing smell of rotten fish. You notice daggers all over the wall, kind of forced into the marble blue stone and splitting the heads of hundreds of fish. The floor is moist, but the torches are still lit. They dim for a moment as a voice echoes in the room. They said you'd come. You see the voice mimicking the lips of a small boy in the room, but the sound is not coming from his direction. He giggles and runs directly to the north door, passing through it without a sound. You see 3 altars in this room and 3 statues. On the middle altar is a figure that lies there. It remains still for a moment, but then a sudden jolt, it jumps to a seated position and comes to life, spitting out water and coughing. Siren, can you please describe your character?
You see a small woman, not small, but like a short woman. Her skin is a light blue and sprouting from her lower arm and lower legs. She has a dolphin tail coming out of her back as well, the small of her back as well. And she has these 2 her eyes, the whites of her eyes are actually black while everything else is gold as she looks onto you.
Is this supposed to be a friend or foe?
I'm not sure.
Who are you? Are you with that little child?
Am I?
Oh no, this one is cracked. I have seen this before. When left alone in the dark, they can go insane and lose all track of who they are. And guy's gonna sweep his cloak off his shoulders and step forward to wrap it around. Him?
Her.
I missed that. What's your character's gender?
It's a woman.
Nice. So guy's gonna wrap his cloak around her shoulders.
Are you familiar with this creature, guy? Because I don't trust any of these fishy fuckers around here.
Guy's gonna do a quick sniff. Is the smell coming from her?
No, it's coming from the hundreds of fish kind of penetrated into the wall with daggers.
No. This one is perhaps a prisoner such as us. What is your name?
Siren.
Siren. How long have you been down here?
She's just looking around very confused. She doesn't even answer you.
Oh,
Siren.
honey.
Siren, do you want to leave?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to give you a potion, and it will increase your abilities. And he's gonna pull out that bottle of booze he took from Gustav's bar. And he's gonna offer it to her, but first he's gonna take a quick drink of it. He's gonna offer it.
All right.
This should help calm you down, Siren.
She's gonna drink. She's just like looking at all of you, like with wide eyes.
Oh, honey.
Avery might be a little bit too trusting. We just got done dealing with some fishy folk. Seems like another one. How do we know that they're not with them?
Well, she hasn't attacked us yet. I see that as a good sign. Jesus, Kipper, not everybody's an enemy.
Oh, we did.
I don't know if we did. Could be.
I should be.
Shh. He's gonna kind of like push the drink up a little bit more so that like Siren drinks a little bit more.
That's a little bit too trusting for me.
What do you mean you should be?
This is another one of those fishy folks. Don't you get it?
You cannot judge an entire race based on the actions of one.
Apparently, this thing is inside of the whole of the basement of this place that we just came from. The people who took my angel away from me.
Your?
Puts his head down a little bit. Tear goes down his cheek, and he wipes it off, and he doesn't say anything.
Guy's demeanor kind of softens a little bit. Kipper, I understand that you have lost much, but right now we need allies and friends. And if we can help, we must help. For perhaps they will help us in return.
He looks over at Siren. Which way is the way out?
She just stares at you.
Kipper, do you not think that if she knew, she would have left? I believe she might be cracked.
Nah, it's all right. We'll figure it out together. Ain't no need to worry. Hey, Sweet Pea, you wanna come with us?
Since I am either dead or dreaming, sure.
Alright. Hope that isn't an issue for anyone else.
Guy's gonna start like examining the walls to see.
Another one for the pile, I suppose.
What's that supposed to mean?
Did you say that in character?
Yeah, what? Yeah, I'm gonna... Okay. Kipper, what does that mean? You know what? I don't have time for this. Guy's gonna start examining the walls to see if he can like figure out any sort of like hidden passageway in this room specifically.
You do not see anything, any specific like secret passageways. There is two obvious ones that you do find, however. One to the north, and there is a portcullis to the south. And
the child ran through the north gate, right?
He ran through the door in the north. The door didn't even open when he ran through it. He just ran through it.
All right. Guy's gonna walk up to that door. He's not gonna touch it, but he's gonna like examine it a little bit. Is there anything special about it?
Nothing extremely special. It just looks like an iron door.
Guy's gonna back up about 5 feet, and he's gonna try and run through the door, just for funsies.
As you back up,
shoulder first, you know.
You run through the door and slam right into it, and it doesn't budge.
He is cracked.
Yes. You can say that again.
We've already seen that there is one door that was trapped. I thought perhaps that this was some sort of illusion. I'm not trying to die from some shitty trap.
Perhaps that fish creature is onto something. Maybe we are dead, and that was the spirit.
Dead, alive, it means nothing. Our path does not change, or does it?
Is there like a doorknob on that door that the kid ran through? Okay.
Yeah.
Guy's gonna be watching our backs while Kipper's examining that door.
Perhaps if you twist the doorknob, it might make it a little easier. He tries to open the door.
Be sure to examine for traps.
As you open the door, it opens. You crack it a tad bit.
Now, hold on a minute. I don't know. Something about this is making me uneasy. Can Lavender cast Divine Sense?
Yeah.
She'd like to cast Divine Sense.
And Divine Sense is fiendish.
I think you mean, isn't it detect evil?
No, this is different. Divine Sense detects fiends, and what are the other third two?
Celestial beings for sure, I think.
Celine's, fiends, celestials, and fae, I think, hold on, or undead, and within 60 feet, or...
Yeah, you get sort of this...
I can also sense places that have been desecrated, or the opposite of that.
Yeah, so you, the direct place that you're in both feels desecrated and holy. The rest of this temple seems to be filled with some undead essence. You don't sense any specific beings right away. Outside, it seems that there's some undead as well.
How big is this
room?
Hold
on now, y'all. Lavender will relay that.
How big is what?
How big is the room?
The room you're currently in is about 20 feet by 20 feet.
All right, how big is the room that we're looking into?
You haven't opened it to look in yet. You just kind of cracked it.
I will open it completely and tell Lucille to go inside. Lucille, go take a look.
You're breathing into your mic a little bit.
Oh no.
As Lucille flies inside, the door's cracked open enough. You hear like a droning hum that fills the air.
Should I go first?
Guys, I can do this forever.
Guy's gonna. Okay, go ahead.
Other than that, Lucille doesn't see anything. It's pretty empty for the moment.
All right. I think it's safe to get inside here.
Alrighty, I shall lead the way, for I know the way. guy's gonna like tactical squat his way in. It's like burp, burp, burp.
As this droning hum continues to fill the air, and you guys walk into this room, the torches on the wall dim suddenly. You see the shadowy figure of a boy rocking in a chair facing the northern wall. He wasn't there a second ago when Lucille was looking, but he appears to be there now. You only see the back of his his back, and you can hear the same voice that you heard earlier all around you. They're going to kill you now. He must be awoken. Once all hope is gone and charity has been given, you know this to be true. The walls light up and glow with the names Kara, Angel, Goop, Kipper, Vrom, Lavender, Velda, Guy, Mondor, Gustav, Mentor, and Siren. The voice continues, "It is written on the walls, so it must be true." The darkness fades as the torch flames flicker with fury. The names remain on the wall, but the boy has vanished. The room is empty, and the torches burn out.
Do I recognize his voice?
No.
Do I recognize this voice?
No.
I do not know of what he speaks, for I have accepted no charity.
This is some party trick if I've ever seen one.
Guys, is that chair still there?
The chair is gone as well.
Damn.
For the part where our names are written on the wall, is it like a mural, or is it just a picture, or is it just our names on the wall?
Yeah, it's just kind of like engraved into the wall, and the gaps where it's been engraved are slightly glowing now in like a yellowish hue.
Lavender will walk up to Goop and Adave. I don't recognize these two. Are these party members you lost?
Looks like Guy.
Yes, one was. The other was a disciple who was twisted by the powers that be. He died, but he died protecting the party.
Is there any difference in the names from those who are here and those who are not?
No.
Okay, real quick, can Guy tell how old these engravings are? I want to roll to see if I can tell how old they are.
Yeah, roll a
Intelligence.
roll
maybe?
an investigation.
That's a 18 modded to a 20.
They seem pretty ancient.
It is as I feared. The greater powers are at work here. These engravings look old. He kind of like licks his finger. Very old.
That don't make no sense. We weren't even here that long.
Guy kind of like just shakes his head and looks over at Lavender. Nothing in this place makes sense. Perhaps Kipper is onto something.
About us being dead?
Maybe not dead, but something akin to that. I have been to places outside of time. Have you?
So, you mean like a purgatory?
That is something of a fancy word. What does it mean?
Kind of like a limbo. You ain't near heaven, no hell. You just kind of there.
Yeah, the place in between death and non-death.
That's where we may be.
Kipper looks over at the shadows of Kara and the rest of the team. Are they still not there?
At the writing on the wall?
No, the shadows.
No, the shadows of the actual people.
Oh, yeah, there's still no shadows. Actually, it's dark in here now, so there really is no shadows. It's like complete darkness.
Was Siren's name on the wall? I wasn't paying attention enough.
Yes.
Yeah.
Siren, have you seen this room before?
I don't know.
How long have you been down here, Siren?
I still don't know.
That is fine, little one. Does Siren have any weapons on her?
They've been seen.
Not that you can see, no.
Did Guy bring his entire pack with him, or is it just what he had on him, strapped to his waist and stuff?
Everything went with you.
Neato. So Guy is going to pull out one of his javelins and and just hand it to her. Would you like this?
To Siren, right?
Yeah, to Siren, to see if she wants a walking stick or a weapon of some sort.
Are y'all hearing me just fine, by the way?
Yes, sir. You sound great, as always.
All right, cool. Thanks.
Although, the Grutok voice is probably my favorite.
Well, thanks, man. I guess I'll take Siren's momentary silence to look over at the rest of the party, Kara and the rest of the to be like, is this somehow connected to your whole, what did y'all call it, Ragnarok demon thing?
Ragnarok?
The Ragnar what?
Yeah, they mentioned it when we were outside the Charity's place. Something about some sort of curse or something.
From what I am able to understand, it is the end of time and life as we know it. It is when the gods rise up and strike down the mortals.
So you think we're about to die from some sort of god invasion?
Now, hold on. I ain't never hear anything like that before.
It was something of a surprise for me as well, but I do not think we are about to die. There's no need for doom and gloom. We must keep pressing forward.
Kipper would like to walk over to his name and touch it and inspect it. Is there anything special about it?
It seems to be spelled with very bad handwriting, but nothing special about it specifically.
All right. I think out of character, that is significant to me, but Kipper does not know.
Guy's gonna examine his name as well.
Yeah, they're all really bad handwriting, but nothing significant about any individual.
Do you think that this child is the one that scrawled these names?
Maybe. It seemed to be really excited about us being here. Maybe if we can catch it or something, maybe we can get some more information.
Well, now that I'm thinking about it, that boy said something about charity is given. Maybe did Charity know that we were gonna be here?
That would imply that Zindros and Charity are working together.
It might imply it, but it is nothing confirmed. And I firmly believe, Guy kind of rubs his jaw, that Zindros does not like Charity.
You might be right. Might be right about that.
Still, that does beg the question.
Okay, in this room, how many doors are there? Sorry about that. Lavender, go ahead.
No, you're good.
It's pretty dark. It's hard to really see anything besides the glowing on the wall.
While we get this out of the way, Kipper has sorry, go ahead.
Even with your dark vision.
That's what you're going for. Okay.
All right. Well, Kipper's gonna, you're gonna see like his horns light up. I'm gonna cast Thaumaturgy. I'm gonna try to force every unlocked door to open. Every unlocked door and window to be open within 30 feet of me.
All right. Let me look. Hold on.
While Kipper's doing that, Guy is going to dig around in his pack one more time and pull out a couple torches. He's going to start lighting them and handing them, one to Gustav, one to Kara.
You hear two doors open, and you see something on the wall, but you can't quite make it out in this sort of magical darkness. But it's not completely dark. Like you can still see shapes and things, but it's still something magical about it.
Did the opening door come from the magical darkness in that area?
No, it came from the north of the room, and the one that you came in at the south of the room. Both of those doors open.
All right. He looks over at Lucille and say, "Go investigate that door. Turn it visible. Not the one behind us, but the new one."
The new one. Yeah.
Guy's gonna root around in Gustav and Kara's packs to see if he can find more torches.
As Lucille flies over to that door, you can see it's pretty watery, about 3 feet high of water. It just looks like a long hallway.
Looks like we got a hallway ahead of us, about 3 feet. I think all of us are tall enough to deal with that. Then we also have this magical darkness. Y'all want to investigate that, or y'all want to just move forward?
My vote is forward. I do not like not being able to see.
I mean,
Lavender?
Yes, Guy.
Which way would you rather go?
Oh, no, don't put me at the front of decisions. But I guess it's whatever you guys want to do. Regarding that magical darkness, I probably can't dispel it.
Well, I think out of all of us, you or Guy are probably more likely to be able to take a hit if there's something in there. So I kind of want to know what's in here. It might be that child, that magical darkness.
Fair enough. Guy's gonna start limbering up his chains. He's just gonna start circling it in like larger and larger circles until it eventually hits a wall or something in the darkness. Spinning it around to see if anything's in there.
Yeah, nothing seems to be in there as you're spinning it around. You can't really see, but you don't feel anything besides the walls.
All right, Guy's gonna hand Kipper the other end of that of the chain. If I yank on the chain, please pull me out.
All right, I'm gonna send Lucille in there, and I'm gonna look through his eyes. Lucille, become a raven, perch on his shoulder, and I'm putting my senses in Lucille as he goes inside.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Y'all don't have to do that, but I guess whatever floats your boat. Be careful, please.
I'll let you know if there's anything in here, but right now I can't hear you. Only Lucille can hear you.
As As you head into this magical darkness with Lucille, you still can't see anything. As you're feeling around on the walls, you feel some sort of relief in the wall. You can't really make out the shape, but it feels kind of like a face carved in the wall. And you feel it move as you hear this loud screaming noise come from it.
Yep,
It
something
pierces
screaming.
your ears. Sounds like somebody dying.
Oh,
Okay, wait. So we're following the wall.
Yeah, and it suddenly
Okay.
stops, and you could feel sort of like a hole. Just
No, Guy
large enough-
recoiled. The moment it started screaming, Guy recoiled, so he's not gonna feel shit.
Okay, all right.
Sorry.
why do we
Does the
stop?
screaming stop though?
Yeah, the screaming stops.
Kipper,
do we
what do you think
stop?
about that?
Can we all?
I felt a face against the wall.
Kipper will tell Lavender that there's some screaming, and then the moment that guy stops, he puts his voice into Lucille and say, "Why do we stop?"
There was a face on the wall. I felt it. That was where the screaming was coming from. I do not know if it is an enemy or not, but it did not attack.
Can we? So right now we still can't see.
You cannot see in that direction yet.
I'm going to make a perception check through Lucille. I want to know if I can still hear something walking around or anything inside of this darkness.
No, you
Guy's
don't have-
frozen. He's not moving right now.
It's pretty silent right now.
Okay, so don't even roll.
Yeah, don't even roll.
Okay.
What's happening?
He goes back to himself. Guy, I think Guy's afraid to walk forward because of the screaming.
How far away am I, like, approximately from the party? Remember, I'm still tethered to them by a chain.
Yeah, you're not far. Maybe like 6-7 feet out.
So I'm pretty sure I probably... yeah, I know, I heard that. Kipper, I may be blind, but I'm not deaf. Guy's gonna move back to where that face was. He's gonna prod out with his hand.
Yeah, as you're feeling around, you feel some sort of dip in it. It feels like a hole big enough to fit like the blunt end of a torch.
Okay. Oi,
What's with that?
Kipper, send me one of those torches.
All
I could
right.
use one.
All right. Kipper put some senses in himself. Grab one of the torches and try to like blindly walk through the the darkness
No.
until he bumps into
Wait.
himself. Until he bumps into Guy.
Why would you bump? There's a chain leading us together. Just follow the chain.
Okay, I'll follow
Good
the chain. I'll pull the
Lavender,
chain.
you watch all of the people besides Siren walk into this darkness and disappear. You can still hear their voices though. You bring him the torch, Kipper.
Then I
Kipper,
go back outside.
What are you doing here? Do you not understand the need for the rope, the chain?
If anything happened, I probably could still pull you. I think Lavender's out there holding it anyway.
Are you sure you don't want me to dispel the darkness? It seems a
you?
little extra. I can try.
How many times could you do it? Also, Angel, you're deafened.
Yeah, we can't tell her she's deafened.
Who
She
is
can't hear us.
Angel?
Sorry, muted. I meant muted.
I know. I'm just not talking. Siren has no idea what's going on. Like, you look back at her and she's just like tracing figures into the wall.
Lavender looks at Siren and she goes, "Me too. Me too."
Yeah, so you say you can dispel this. How many times can you do it? You think it's worth it for this? I think we found the end.
Well, I mean, it's
As
up
he
to
says
you.
that, guy's gonna jam the end of the torch into that.
You jam it in, expecting some magical thing to happen, and nothing at all.
Sure you gotten in the right hole.
Hey,
Kipper would like to feel the darkness. Is it does this feel like it was freshly cast?
No.
Okay.
How would you know that? I don't know, but no.
now that I'm thinking about it, if I dispel it, you think it might trigger something?
almost definitely.
Maybe.
That's a good
Well, we
point.
have this chain. Maybe Guy can hop in that hole, and if it doesn't immediately kill him, we can pull him back out.
The hole is not that big, but perhaps there are more. And guy's gonna continue on to see if he can feel another face.
At this
No
point,
faces.
Kipper is already back over at Lavender. Just so you know. Pulling the chain.
You do feel some eyes, and the eyes seem to be closed.
Oops. Psst. Hey,
I feel like we're being watched. Maybe we should head back. Am I cracking again?
no, I was
No,
just
you're
being weird.
Okay.
Heretic and I were on the same little rumble there.
Yes.
Oh God, dang it. Okay, I don't know what's up
I
with my
do not
stupid
think that
internet
they are
right now.
watching us. This one's eyes are closed. Guy's gonna keep feeling along. Does he feel more faces?
Nope, just a smooth wall, smooth, slimy wall.
Does the face feel childlike?
It does not.
And this also confirms what Lavender was saying. I believe if we dispelled the magic, these eyes would open. It is likely it is some sort of trap.
So is that a yes to that? You want her to do that?
No! Big no. Okay,
You
has
think-
Guy fairly exhausted the darkness?
Yeah, come back.
Heretic.
What?
Has Guy pretty much exhausted like the entire span of darkness?
Yeah.
Okay, Guy's gonna go back and pick up that torch and pull it back out of the wall because you're gonna need that later.
Yeah. Well, okay.
All right. Well, good thing we investigated it. I guess we can get out of here.
So, did you find anything interesting?
Yes, I think I detected a trap, but I cannot be sure.
I'm trying to think. I don't know if I ever come across anything like this. Some sort of underwater temple of Cthulhu. Is that what you said, Kipper?
Yeah, some sort of Cthulhu thing. I've heard of this creature. Some sort of dimensional something or other.
And so far we know that Cthulhu has something to do with charity, and they might be intertwined because of what that child said and what the sisters said themselves.
Yeah, either that or just exclusively connected to the twins. And charity is kind of just a byproduct. Or, sorry, her real name, Leviathan. Let's start using the real name.
Guy kind of perks up his ears at that and like looks over. So it is confirmed.
Yeah. The twins told us that. Her sister, he pulled the head of Angelica.
Kipper, could you unplug your
Oh,
headphones one more
fucking
time?
hell. Oh, fucking hell, Kipper. Why'd you keep that?
I was thinking that you religious folks can probably talk to these things after they die. Do I sound fine now?
Yeah.
Yep.
You're like kind of quiet for me, but besides that, you're fine.
Okay.
You sound
Well, as
good.
long as you can hear me.
Oof. Lavender,
That's... Yeah.
can you speak to the dead?
I mean, I've been talked to by my clergy, but I don't know if I can do it right at this moment.
In that case, the head comes with.
Yep, I figured either her or Zendros has the power to do it, but we gotta get out of here first. Wait, is Zendros magical? Will I know that?
You get the feeling there's more to her.
Plus, Zendros has
Okay.
resources.
That's true too. Oh, somebody's gone. Lavender!
Then it appears as if we have one way forward. Let us go through this water. Shall I continue to lead?
Yes, let's proceed.
All right.
Now, Kipper, I believe there is something in this water. Why else would it be here?
There might be more of those creatures that the twins are. Kipper's gonna dip the head of the sister Angelica into the water and pull it back out.
Nothing happens besides the water filling with blood.
Okay.
Thank you.
Maybe there's no fish in here either. That desires
Guy
blood.
tosses him the end of that rope. Actually, is there anything on the other end of that water, and how far is this stretch of water? You said 30 feet?
No, the water's 3 feet deep. You can't really see to the end of this hallway.
Is it magical darkness?
It is not a magical darkness. It's just regular darkness. However, there are some spots that are lit. You can see, but it's a pretty long walk.
And, Kipper, Lucille already went to the end of this, correct?
I should clarify, the light is coming from portholes that look upon the water outside.
Oh, this is ominous.
Okay. Interesting. Kipper answers you. No, Lucio just went to this point and then came on back. Would you like for me to send him through more?
No, that is fine. And Guy's gonna take his lit torch and huck it as far as he can.
You huck it as far as you can, and it seems to go on for quite some ways before the torch lands in the water, and
How far?
about 60 feet as far as you could throw it, and before it fell in the water.
That's quite an arm you got on you.
Thank you. You only get one of these.
I guess so.
I hope it isn't intrusive, but I've been meaning to ask. What happened there?
What happened where?
Well,
Oh God.
most people ain't just born with one arm.
This is true. It is an astute observation. Suffice to say that I lost my arm, but learned a respect that was lacking up till that point. I'm only now beginning to realize that they did me a favor.
Siren is just squinting hard at you.
Well, you almost lost your jaw earlier, so hopefully that lesson starts to sink in at some point.
Perhaps, or perhaps not. And guy's gonna wade into the water.
All right. As you begin to walk down this corridor, it feels as if you're heading down. The water, like I said, is 3 feet high, and you can feel a large crab kind of scuttle through you, and you watch it as it splashes forward and jumps into the wall. As you continue to walk, you can see.
Wait. How giant are you talking crab?
Crab, large, not giant.
How giant?
Like
how large?
Like about 5 feet.
5 feet around, so like 2 feet tall.
Yeah.
Guy's gonna attempt to catch that with his. He's gonna try and catch it.
Yeah. As you reach out to grab it, your hands go right through it, and you see it jump through the wall. And you look through the porthole, and you see him appear on the outside of the wall through the porthole as he begins swimming through the ocean towards a body. You see this body floating in the water. It looks to be a young black-haired girl wearing peasant clothing as the body just kind of sinks down a little bit slowly. The hair is just being pulled down by the weight of gravity as it just continues to slowly plummet to the ocean floor.
This is not good.
Does it look like the kid we saw earlier?
This time it looks like a girl.
Okay. Maybe we are in the spirit realm. That crab just went right through you.
I am worried at what else might come through here. The ocean is not a good place to be.
Do I think that Cthulhu is a creature that lives in the water or a creature that is in another dimension?
Both. You're not sure. The tales that you've heard make it seem like it's from another dimension, but is resting slumberly in the ocean somewhere. But these are just tales that you've heard of this creature.
Feels like we're going through this creature's domain. Based off of what I heard, this Cthulhu thing might be sleeping right now, and we might be walking over to its bed, so to speak.
This is not good.
No, definitely not.
Then let us attempt to traverse this water as quickly as possible. Or perhaps I shall go first.
As we're walking, though, Kipper wants to turn over to Siren and look at her hand.
Siren has 2 hands, if that's what you're insinuating.
Okay. There's nothing particularly interesting about her fingers?
Siren?
I mean, they're webbed.
Okay.
All right. As you continue down this descending hallway, the water is now 4 feet deep. It's dark and moldy. And yet again, you feel something brush up against your legs. It's slimy and fast. You hear it splash ahead of you, and you notice following it is sort of a trail of blood that simmers in the water and spreads to change most of it red. You see the walls are lined with mirrors.
No, that's a bit ominous.
How tall is the ceiling?
8 feet. It's 8 feet tall, and the mirrors stretch from the bottom to the top of this ceiling, and they seem to be wavy, sort of like water.
This is not my strong suit. Does anyone else know what is going on here?
Siren doesn't say anything, but she just casually walks past you, and then she dips her head underwater, and she's just kind of floating underwater, and she's looking in her mirror, just dodging back and forth, just staring at herself.
As you look in the mirror, you see an image of something that seems faintly familiar, like a figure that seems faintly familiar, drowning in the water. It's because of the internet problems. As let me rephrase what I was saying about Angel, just in case I missed that. As you look into it, as you look into this mirror, you see a figure that looks faintly familiar to you, that seems to be drowning and gasping for air. And it kind of copies your movements, but not exactly, as it's
Angel?
Reaching around.
Who's Angel?
Nobody else can see this image but you.
As she's looking in a mirror, I would also like to look in a mirror.
Kipper, as you look in the mirror, you see yourself drowning, and as you're gasping for air, something comes up and grabs you by the neck and stabs you in the back. And you recognize this figure.